Greetings, Earthlings. Welcome to episode 7 of Bold Moves.
Let's go.
So, if this is your first time tuning in, my name is Raquel.
I'm Christy.
We're sisters, we're realtors, we're entrepreneurs, we are podcast hosts, and we just talk about a little bit of everything and everything. And sometimes the mics don't work right, but that's okay because we get it done anyways. Like, I feel like I have to really be all up close and personal right now because it's just kind of going in and out, but hopefully it sounds okay.
I'm fidgety anyway, so it helps.
We know. Thanks. So
what's new?
Oh my gosh, I was just thinking what did I do all week? So we had our preferred lender's Christmas party, which was off the chain.
Yeah. We had a few Christmas parties, a lot of festivities this week. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, there was actually a couple, but I was just going to touch on that one because I had a freaking ball. I didn't go in expecting. Okay, I want to dive into this a little bit because there's so many feelings behind this for me.
Here.
Yes. So I didn't go into this party thinking that I was going to really even drink much because I've kind of just been on this health kick and all that. And God, this mic is really bothering me.
It's okay. We'll make it. We already started.
Whoever.
Bear with us.
So I'm I'll just have some wine and I will just take it easy and I'll be good. So I had my wine. I did that. I had 1 glass. I had 2. I had 3. I had 4. And then shots of tequila just started flying around everywhere. And I was I'll have one of those. I'll have another one of those. And I was just I was just having so much fun in the moment. And I just wasn't even paying attention to how much I was drinking, which is probably
also not like her.
Very much not like me, but also I felt very comfortable because obviously I had my sister with me who she just looks out for me. And everybody there is pretty much family anyways.
Shout out to National Mortgage. It's a hell of a party. It
was amazing.
Andy, Fabian, you guys are awesome.
Yeah. And I just feel like those guys are my brothers. And there was just it wasn't like I was at the club where I could potentially be unsafe. There's no way that I wasn't going to get home safe. There's no, you know what I mean? I was just
all
those
good
are
vibes.
All my brothers, you know? And I mean, and my sisters, but there's just, it's 90% men in there, right? But anyways, what I wanted to say about that was and I want to touch on a couple other things too, but it's just kind of popped in my head. I didn't even really expect to talk about this.
Let's roll with it.
But I'm I didn't put an expectation on the time that I was going to have there. I just said I'm going to take it easy. I'll be the DD and I'll be the chill one. That's kind of I was going to do that. And then on the way there, I was we were getting hype and just singing some Christmas songs and whatnot. And then as I was there and feeling the vibes, and it was just everybody was just in such good spirits and vibing, and it was so much fun. So I let go, and it felt so freeing. And I just think the way that I'm trying to program myself, not only for next year, but just as a human, is just to try to let go and stop having expectations of events or people or whatever that is, and just let life do its thing. And as you feel you want to do something or whatever, you just do it, you know? So no expectations going into something is the best way to go about
you'll have the
doing
best
it.
Time.
Yeah. So that was so much fun.
It was great.
It was so much fun. I mean, I danced so much.
It was just it was a good vibe. Everybody was, like you were saying, it was just good vibes all around. I feel like everybody, you need that togetherness, especially you're in the trenches half the time and you fight and you bullshit back and forth. But when
just
you see
a lot
each other,
of work.
and then it's you're just, sometimes you're in the thick of things. And when you have the good energy flowing, it's I love you guys.
Oh man, there was so much love in that room.
Yeah,
it was great.
There really was. It was a really good time.
Yeah. So we had that. And then we had our Christmas party, our team's Christmas party. And
shout out to Auntie and Unc.
Auntie and Unc, you guys really outdid yourselves. It was so great. We had Sorry, I had to burp.
What's going on?
I don't know. This is gonna be a really fun episode, you guys.
Oh my god.
They put out a beautiful spread. I forgot the place that they catered from, but it was delicious food. I didn't wanna stop eating it. It was some Italian place here over on the East Side. Shout out to the East Side. Um, and it was just it really felt like a family, like,
Yeah, it was definitely set
cozy.
up family style, family
Yeah.
table. It was, like,
Yeah, it was nice.
the best. I love that Jimmy put up, like, dinner prompt questions, like, just little
Yes.
conversation topics, like, and
Yes.
everyone we all went around talking about, like, family traditions and, just, like, little things, just to kinda, get to know each other on a deeper level too, which was really nice. I really enjoyed that part too.
I did too. And there's a lot of, like, good questions in there too. It wasn't just kind of, like, off the wall stuff. It was also, like, I mean, a little bit of both actually, but I feel like there was a couple of questions that I was like, "I'm gonna think about that for a minute, and then get back to me," like,
Which one?
2. One was "What did you think about this year?" or something.
Oh, like, if you had to describe it in a phrase for the
Yeah,
year?
yeah, yeah, that one. And I said WTF, but I was just kidding. Um, and then I don't know if this was up there, but pick your word for next year or something.
No, we've just been talking about it, I
Oh,
think.
okay. Well, that's why it's still in my brain. But a phrase for this year, I wouldn't even, I still, there's just
Yeah.
so much that went down this year that I'm like, I need a couple sentences. I don't think I can just do a phrase.
I think the first thing out of my mouth was "shit show," and then I felt bad because then I was like, it kinda was, but also I think so much was happening that it kinda seems like it might have been, but it's more of, like, transformational, like,
Yeah.
and you're kind of uncomfortable and there's just a lot of shit happening and there's just, there's a lot going on. So it
Hmm.
feels like
Feels
you
like
need
a
to yeah,
storm.
it feels like
Yeah.
a storm. But otherwise, I think I was like, "You know what? No, it's been a great year." Like, everyone's good, everyone's healthy, happy, like, back on the gratitude just for a
Yep.
second, but, like, it's just,
You're going
that's
to have your
really
ups and
where
downs.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, you're gonna have that anyways. I'm like, "You know what? No, what definitely wasn't a shit show. It was just a
Yeah.
little shit got crazy for a little bit, but it was cool. It was good.
Hmm.
All good vibes."
But such is life, right?
Exactly.
Such is life. So these mics are really on my
I
damn
know, me
nerves.
too. Oh
I
my
hope it doesn't
god.
come out sounding like SHIT. I mean, we already swear on here. I don't know. I'm so weird.
I think I just said
So
that, like,
weird.
4 times in
I
a row,
know.
honestly.
Not the
Not
SHIT.
the SHIT
Oh, you know
word.
what? I think it's
Oh my
uh,
god, did we fix it?
I might have just fixed mine. Isn't oh, I'm gonna not touch it because I'm gonna
Hello,
break
hello?
it.
Okay, we're good.
Um, I went to the Jeezy concert last night.
Do tell.
Shit was hype. It was so hype, dude. Okay, so I have a very much different variety of the music that I listen to. I can go from like worship music to like
Easy.
straight, yeah, Jeezy. And I love it though. Like it
You
just
gotta
like
have range.
it's just in my blood.
Yeah.
That's the music that like I grew up like listening to. Like Jeezy's been around for a minute. Like he played at the Masonic Temple, which is not, the biggest venue. It was pretty packed though. Like it was very much full. Um and there was so much going on. Like the second that we walked in, it was just like sardines. Like because we got there a little bit late and then it only just like started to get like more full. Um the entire place was one thick cloud of smoke, and it was hilarious. And I was looking at my girls and I'm like, I don't know what's happening to me right now. Like I can't tell if I'm catching like a contact buzz or like there's just so much going on in here. I was like, can we like step out, like grab a drink? So we went and got drinks. The lines were so freaking long. Um, and then like God, the people watching was incredible.
That's hilarious.
It was so funny, and it was so funny. And me and my girls, we grabbed our drinks, went back to our seats. The people that were surrounding us, they were so funny. Like this girl in front of us, she got me going because she was like he wasn't even on the stage yet, and she's up and she's dancing and she's got her hands up
Just
and
ready, doing her thing.
just having a ball.
That's
And
fun.
nobody was even standing next to her yet. Like her friends were somewhere doing whatever, and she's just like all looking around, like yeah, like, blah blah blah,
She
whatever.
came to have herself a
Oh,
time.
and she did, and she was awesome. Like, I
Fun.
loved her. Yeah. I don't know where she went because she wasn't there after like a minute, but yeah, no, the show was cool how he kind of broke up all the songs, like shortened them up a little bit because they're kind of long and he was only on for like an hour. I don't know what's happening to you guys. I'm sorry. Um, but a great show. Just a lot of like my old school like favorites, like stuff that you would bump in the car, like with your friends.
Yard.
Yard. But yeah, that was a good time. And I was like, I haven't really been doing much of like concerts and things like that
I
lately.
think you touched on that last week.
Did I?
Yeah.
Well,
For a sec.
I was just kind of
But I'm
like,
glad you did it.
I'm
Glad you
so
enjoyed
happy
it.
I did that. And yeah, and I just want to plan like all kinds of stuff to do because I just want to have fun. Like, I feel like I work so much and just like always I'm thinking about everything else besides like what I like to do for fun. You're right. I did talk about this last week, but I don't care. Nonetheless, I'm just saying I want to have fun. Like, if you lose sight of like what's fun to you, OMG. But then once you get it back, it's so liberating. Like, we had so much fun. So after the concert, we went to this place called Owl in Royal Oak and ate. I'd never been there before. And my girls were like, "Oh, we love this place." I was like, "All right, like I'll
Never heard of it.
I'll try it." It's like a really small restaurant. It's almost like a like a storage pod size.
Cute.
Yeah, like it's super cute and small. But they had like cheeseburgers, nachos, tacos, like
Yeah.
just like
Bar food.
yeah, stuff like that, but it's better than bar food. And it was like almost like it was like 11 o'clock or so. And I had like 3 tacos. You guys, I don't typically eat after like
I don't
six
even know
o'clock.
who's talking right now. This is it's crazy.
So again, in the
No, it's
moment, I was
exactly,
like,
yeah. You're
You
enjoying
guys
yourself.
wanna go
That's
get food?
good.
Yeah, like, okay, I guess sure, I'll eat a taco. Like, I don't think I could have, like, I would have loved to have a burger, but, a lot of I'm try to stay as gluten-free as possible. I'm clearly burping on this podcast. So, if you made it this far, thank you. Um, but yeah, but like the burgers looked like they were slapping. Oh, and we got some, chili cheese not chili cheese fries, just cheese fries. Those were also really good. But the tacos were corn tortillas
Ooh,
and the
sounds good.
chicken was like super fresh and they had like this sauce that kind of tasted like almost almost like a spicier version of like the Chick-fil-A
Okay.
sauce. Also, I will drink Chick-fil-A sauce and Trader Joe's ranch. But yeah, enough about me and the stupid stuff that I do. But anyways,
No, I like it.
have fun, you guys.
Yeah,
Just
go
live
have
your
fun. Go have
life.
yourself a time.
Eat a taco at 11 o'clock if you are feeling it, and don't like just. I think my whole aura is like stop being so freaking hard on myself.
Yeah.
Like I don't need
Stop
to be so strict.
overthinking.
Yeah,
Like, you're
get
very
over it.
tightly wound sometimes. Just kinda
Yeah, I'm working
really,
on it. I'm working on
but
it.
it's good. I think it's great.
It's working out.
Yeah,
Tell you what.
it helps. It
Yeah.
helps for sure.
It's been wonderful, you guys.
Love that.
If you are feeling uptight, come talk to me. I will talk you through this. We will
Yeah,
do this
I
together.
love that. She
Yeah.
would. I'm trying to think, what else were you talking about? Oh, that's right. We were, like, trying to figure out what to talk about. Like, we do this every week pretty much and then have, like, a usual like, kind of a panic attack together, like, a little bit of an anxiety attack about pretty much the whole episode, what we're talking about, the editing, when we're watching the reels and, like or whatever, the shorts. And then we just pretty much clown ourselves, and then we're like, "What do we talk about? Why do we have a podcast?"
Yeah.
And yeah, sometimes we laugh, sometimes we're like, "What are we doing?" And then we just start laughing again. But anyway, I think the point of me giving you the backstory is we're kinda like, "What do we wanna talk about? Why do we have a podcast?" And, like, when we were talking to each other, it was like, "Well, we're just kinda doing our thing, and we're comfortable doing that, whatever that is. And if you like it, that's awesome, and if not, that's fine too." It's not we're not everybody's cup of tea, I think we know that, but I think we have thought about so many, like, just a lot of people like to just do things once they are actually, quote, unquote, "successful" and put things out there, but not on their journey, I guess, so to speak.
You can't you have to start somewhere, right? You
Yeah.
can't just start and be great.
Right.
You have to start to be great.
Mhm.
So, I think to your point is just we we talk, well, on Sundays is every Sunday when this thing goes out at 10 a.m., I get body shakes a little bit because I'm like, "Ooh," like, it gives me a little bit, like, of a jitter, you know? And it's actually gotten a little bit better for me, definitely, but when you do your own edits and you do all this stuff and you're your own worst critic
Mhm.
and you're like, "Do I sound
Yeah.
like am I even saying anything? Are people do they like this?
Right.
Why do they like this?" Like, I know I don't wanna listen to myself talk, but also, like, the reason that we did this was because, like, we just felt like there's so much that is out there already that's not
Not talked about.
e it's all the same shit. No offense. Like, I love listening to certain stuff, but, like, I
And
just
we
feel
say
like
it too, but there's like that kind of the behind the scenes of what's going
yeah.
on with that, like,
I mean, whatever, like, I just wanted to
too.
shoot the shit about the Jeezy concert, or I
Yeah.
wanna just talk about, like, how you should just let loose sometimes and have fun, like
Yeah.
but this is all stuff that I feel like people need to hear because we're in such a society of, like, mental awareness, like, of, like, your mental health and, like, shit like
Mhm.
that, and everyone just gets so caught up in the times and, like, in
Yeah.
social media and all that shit, and I'm just like, you know, if we can just jump on here and just try and put a little light into the world,
Mhm.
regardless of what people think of us or regardless what we think of ourselves, like,
Yeah.
we don't need to be great. Our freaking mics are damn near broken right now. I don't even know
Yeah.
what's going on. Jimmy, you've gotta get some new mics up in here. Um,
Help us.
but I think what we're trying to say is just like, stop being so hard on yourself. Like, we wanted to do a podcast to talk about whatever we wanted to talk about, to bring some of our friends up and give them a platform to share what they do and things like that, which we'll get into in the new year. We were just on a podcast with Amanda Sweet, and who is the creative fairy godmother. If you don't know her, you should totally get to know her. She is a hell of a human being, and we'll get more into that. But like,
Yeah.
I feel like once we started this, like, more opportunities started opening up. Like, we jumped
Mhm.
on Jimmy's podcast, we jumped on Amanda's podcast, like,
I think everything comes in time though. Like, I don't think we were necessarily
we weren't
ready.
no,
We weren't
I don't
thinking we
even think I
even
would have
wanted
done
to be
it.
out. Yeah, exactly. Like, it was a totally different
We
time,
wouldn't have
but
even
it
had anything to
wasn't.
talk about. Like, I'm just like, yeah, I'm a realtor, but now I can say, like, I'm a real estate agent. I also have a podcast. I also am basically like a social media marketing manager. Like, there's
Yeah.
so many different things
It
that you
comes
could
with the
layer into
development
it.
and yeah, and in time. And I think just that's like you were saying, you just kinda roll with it and things just kinda fall into place.
Yeah,
So,
like, stop
don't
thinking
put the
you have to be
pressure on it.
perfect.
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect. In fact, we're all far from it.
Yes.
Very far from it, but that's what makes you unique. And I actually, I think we all suffer from this. And I think once you learn that, like, you're actually not alone in that, it makes life so much
Oh,
easier.
yeah.
Like, you get just like this kind of pressure off your back that's like, okay, like, I don't need to judge myself and these people aren't judging me. Like, and if they are, like, you know,
Mhm.
and I flipped the bird for those of you that aren't watching. But like, this guy, who I know, he's awesome. Um, he came up to me or we ran into each other at the party, and he was getting a drink, and he's like, I just feel a little awkward, you know? I was like, "You're good, bro. Like, we all
We're all
suffer from the
awkward.
weird. We're
Yes.
all weird. Like, it's totally cool. And if you weren't, I would probably not kick it with
Yeah.
you because then I
Then
would
I would
feel
yeah.
uncomfortable. I'm the only weird one.
Right.
Peace,
No, gotta
like,
go.
no, yeah, like, where's the depth? I want to know all your
Uh,
weirdness and all that makes you unique. And,
yeah.
as long as you're just like a positive good vibe, like you carry
Mhm.
like good energy, be as awkward as whatever. If you think you're awkward and weird, own
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I'm a little awkward. I'm a little weird. Yeah, good. We all
Even
are.
better. Yeah.
Even better. You're gonna just bring a little sizzle
Yeah.
to the
It's your own
party.
flavor.
Yeah, and like the more of that, the merrier. Like
Mhm.
that's like what it's like a box of crayons. Like, you gotta have every color. Like, it's just every color is unique and it has its own, you know, job.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of analogy
It's
that was.
okay. I
That was
liked it.
kinda stupid.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
Exactly. Yes. Yes, all of that. So embrace the weird.
Mhm. I love
Yep.
that.
Yep.
Yard.
Yard. All right. Well, we are 20 minutes in,
Dang.
and I kind of wanted to keep this episode a little on the shorter side because I feel like when we do hit like an hour, there's almost too much to unpack.
Yeah. We just
So,
get so lost in different parts of the conversation. I feel like that's why
yeah.
we start forgetting, like, "Did we talk about this
And
already?"
us
Like,
telling stories, oh my god,
it's, like,
like
never ending because
yeah.
every story has a backstory that you also should know a little bit
Right. I'm like,
about, and
"Pause,
yeah,
rewind. I need to give you
eventually
the
we get there.
backstory." Yeah, and then sometimes we can't even talk, like, we're like,
Right.
"We're gonna go take a speech class." Like,
Oh,
sometimes when we listen to this,
100%.
when we listen to ourselves, we're like, we need to go to take a class
I can't even
on
handle it.
how to talk and how to form sentences."
Mhm.
And
The
for
filler words.
for me, I will be 100% taking a public speaking class just to say that I can do it, because even when I'm, like, called on in, like, a class or, like a training
Oh,
or,
yeah.
like, anything, even if they haven't called on me yet and I think they might call on me, my heart is like,
Oh, yeah.
boom, 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 and I'm like, "I can't."
Instant sweating, like,
Sweating
so
profusely,
bad, so
shaking.
bad.
Okay, so here's what happened to me the other day. We were in, Chevron coaching. We were, on a Zoom, and Nate was just kind of asking, like, some feedback on, like, the things that we were talking about, and he called on me, and I was like, "Oh my god," like, I have to speak out loud in front of people on a Zoom, you guys, like, it's not
It's
even
not
that
even
deep.
that
It's not even
serious,
in
it's so
person.
sad.
I took, like, a nice deep little deep breath, and I'm like and I start telling him, like, the feedback or whatever that I had, and then at the end, like, as I was, like, spitting all my words out, which I really tried to, like, do well, and I think I did okay,
I think
like,
you did.
it was just my opinion on, like, but there was no right or wrong answer to something, but it was just, like, the fact that I had to, like,
Articulate it.
give an answer and
Yeah,
articulate myself. Yeah, it was just, like, in front of, like, these people that are, like, all just so great, and, I mean, we're all learning, so I felt, like, okay, but I'm just, like, I just get nervous. And towards the end of, like, whatever I was saying, I felt like my lips start to, like, quiver, and I'm like, "Oh my face is morphing." Like, I'm like, I can't even do this." And all my life, it's been a struggle, and I'm just like and
Oh,
after
no.
that, and my heart was pounding, I
Mhm.
literally, like, had to, like I had to, like, do some, like, work after like, when I shut the Zoom off, I was like 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out, like, I was, like, doing all the like, I'm not even bullshitting you, like, that's how badly, like, public speaking, like,
Oh, yeah.
just I don't know what it is about it, just
Same.
since I was a little girl, but,
Mm.
like, to have carried that fear my whole life, like and I don't know, maybe I would wanna speak about something one day. Doing this podcast is recorded and we send it out, so that doesn't really scare me, which is stupid logic,
Yeah,
but, like, I just want to go take a speech class or public speaking, like, class, or maybe it's theater or maybe whatever, and that's another thing too. I used to do choir, I used to do plays. I
yeah.
literally what? Confused. So, that's gonna be a thing
I would
because
agree. I need it so bad.
sometimes we just can't spit the
It's
words out.
horrible.
Like, oh,
It's hard to watch,
what's that little
honestly, for me.
boy? He goes, like, when
And
you
yeah.
Yeah, that
That's
kid.
us.
Oh, man, what a cutie. I hope he grew up to be, like, a public speaker
So
or something.
funny.
I bet you he's a lot older now,
That's
hopefully
uh,
shining like a superstar.
that's funny.
But yeah, if you guys have any tips for us on
Yeah,
public speaking or calming your nerves when you have to speak in a group
yeah.
setting,
Remembering your name when someone calls on you.
stuff like that, like,
So
fill
it's
us
so
in.
sad.
That would be great. But I will say this, though. I feel like we talk about a lot of the people that we're surrounded with in here, so, like, you'll get familiar, but I just wanna bring up the fact that Austin Chevron came into town and did Kim Me's Knowledge is Power,
Mhm.
and when he was like he asked a question or something, and I rose my hand, you
Which
guys.
was crazy. I was
I
shocked.
okay, so it really, like, took a second for me after like, I rose my hand to, like, answer whatever his question was. I don't remember doing this. Like, I was like my hand just went up. It was like God took my hand and lifted it because that was not me. I did not do that. I was like, "Am I raising my hand right now? What's going on?" But I think what happened in that setting was I was in a safe space, and I have so much respect for Austin, and I know that the feeling is mutual, that I know that, like, I could have said anything and like it's Austin. And I also wanted to give him the support to like be interactive in his class, even though
Yeah.
other people were too. But like I think in that setting, like I felt and don't get me twisted, I did sweat immediately after saying whatever I said. I took my jacket off even. Started getting the sweats, got the chills, had to put it back on. Anyways, but like it was just like in my brain that I was like, I can speak out loud in his class and I'm surrounded by people that, I really care about. They care about me.
Yeah.
We're all in the same like
Yeah. Your
world.
environment matters for sure.
Yeah, like I think that was like a huge thing because I was sitting on that topic for a second and I'm just like thinking like after the fact, I was like, you rose your hand, you spoke. um, I'm not sitting here saying like I spoke and I did this and that. No, like I simply like might have said like 2 or 3 words.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm talking about. And that will make me
That's how
sweat.
real it is, I
That's
swear.
what I'm saying. Like, so like, but because it was Austin, I was willing to participate.
Mhm.
And I think that makes it all the world's difference.
Yeah. I
And
agree.
maybe somehow, maybe somehow
It's
I'll do it one
helping.
day with a stranger. Yeah. Like, or,
Like
yeah.
that repetition, the practice,
Yeah. Just to kind of,
that's what they say anyway.
yeah.
I'm not doing so great in
I'll
that
let you
in
know
that
if it
boat, but
works. But
but
so far,
we're here for episode 7, so I think that's something.
yeah, and honestly, like, I'll be real with you guys, like, I did not wanna drive over here today. I have to clean the house, I do all these things. I did get a lot of stuff done, but coming here was probably, like, not the thing that I wanted to do. However, being consistent is 100,000,000% what I'm about right now, and this podcast is like my child. I don't have kids, but if I did, this would be it. And I just want to keep going,
Yeah.
Like I just want to keep doing it because who cares?
I feel
I
like
just
they're getting better. I think our kind of like what you were just talking about. Wow, now that I'm saying it, I can't say it. Um, it was getting better, I thought, but kind of what you were saying, I think a lot of the filler words have been gone. Usually I can talk, but since I'm bringing this up, I can't talk again.
Mm.
Um, and like the nerves, even the like how we are before and after. We've usually like fight at least once, either
Probably the
before
first
or
day actually we
after.
haven't fought.
Yeah. But I just all these little things, I think it just comes with time, and I think it's
Hmm.
been fun. But you don't realize it until it's actually happening.
It's just weird to say like episode 7. Like I remember when we did episode 1, but it's
Like,
like it really has
mhm.
been
Oh, we were fighting, we were nervous, we were like,
all the
oh
things.
my god, it was the worst actually. And then we are like, wasn't that bad? Like, okay, we can probably do this.
Yeah.
And then the second episode, I think, was actually even worse for me anyway, because I was like it was nice because we were getting the feedback, but then knowing like people are watching and listening, I was like even more nervous and even more uncomfortable. And like I think I was like,
Yeah, you did.
oh my God, I was so fidgety. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was like,
You got
this is
really
the
nervous. Well,
worst.
because when we first put the very first episode out, we were like, "No one's gonna watch. We didn't even care. Like,
Yeah.
no one's gonna watch." And then people watch. And we're like, "Oh shit, people are actually watching
Now
this.
what?
We should actually probably talk about something."
Ah, but hopefully it's
um,
been fun and relatable for you guys too.
I
So,
that's honestly it.
mhm.
So we're just here to support and we're here to look like an ass so that you don't have to. That being said,
Word.
we're gonna do some popsicle stick drawings.
Yeah. Okay.
That's like our favorite thing. It's my
I feel
favorite
like we
thing.
ran out of popsicle sticks like a lot sooner than I thought. Like this thing used to be
Because we
full.
were supposed to be doing one, but then we both wanted to answer a
Yeah, that's
question
true.
because we're weird. I feel like I've been going first lately.
Okay.
So
Go
you go
first.
first.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mike's driving me.
Mike? Oh, you're Mike. Yeah. I'm like, who's Mike?
So my question is, how do you handle setbacks or challenges in your business?
Good question.
Um, honestly, you just handle it. It's not really
You
much
handle
of a
your
choice.
business.
Yeah. You gotta cry, you gotta chill for a second, you gotta like treat yourself. Whatever it is, learn from it, handle it, and move on.
How do you handle setbacks in your business? You handle your
You
shit.
handle your shit, you grow up.
Signed,
Yep.
Christy
You
Deli.
put your pants on.
Put your big girl pants on.
You just do it.
Lace up your boots.
Yeah.
And keep it moving.
Yeah. Sometimes I have a drink at 2 in the afternoon, depending on what's going on. Or, if you need to chill out, if you want to go
Take a walk,
take a walk, go to Starbucks, go shopping.
talk to somebody,
Yeah, any of those things usually help.
any kind of a pick me up. Just look for a positive is
Mhm.
really the gist of that,
Mhm.
right?
And once you handle it, you feel better. Like, it has to be handled.
Eat the
That's the
frog.
thing.
Eat the
That's the thing.
frog.
And like me, I will avoid it. Sometimes I'm just like, "Oh, I just don't have, like,
Mm-mm.
even the stomach for some things." Sometimes
I
I'm like,
know.
it's like I just need a minute,
Yeah.
and then, like, just once you actually are like, "Okay, like, I can do it. I can, make the phone call or do whatever I gotta do." Once that's done, oh my god, it's literally like you can feel the relief.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I swear I even sweat,
It's
like, in
really
relief.
the
It's so
it's the best
gross.
feeling though, like when you feel like, "Oh, I gotta do this, or I gotta do that, or I have to call this
Mhm.
person and give them bad news, or I have to ask for something, or
Yeah.
I have to make
Yeah,
a
something
hard
in the
call.
yeah,
I have to do
exactly.
something." Just get it over with, or else you're gonna sit with it and it's gonna just feel very
Yeah,
yucky.
it's tearing you up.
So, y get done.
So handle your shit.
Handle your business.
Handle your business.
For me, for later for me. Uh-oh.
Ink one.
How how have you built your confidence in life and or business? Um, I'm kind of like in that era right now, and I feel like I talk about this all the time.
I
Like
think we've been
you
like, this
guys
is the energy that we've kind of been
you
living
guys
in
already
for
know.
yeah.
Like I live in a bubble of like self awareness and like not not judging yourself and trying not to let the opinions of others affect you. Really living in that mindset where it's like, I don't care what people think of me. I don't care what people say about me. And I think that alone is such a huge factor in having confidence because it's like, you walk like there's a quote I think somewhere it's like you walk into a room and you're not worried about these people because you
Yeah.
know who you are.
Right.
I don't care if they like me. I like me.
Right.
Like if I like them is up to me, you know? So I think what was the question? How have you built your confidence in life and or business? I think building your confidence in life will handle your confidence in your business. And
100%.
and I think that handling your confidence in your life comes from just a lot of like acceptance of your past
Mhm.
and working through those kinks.
Doing the things you say you're gonna do.
Yeah,
God, my mic is driving me
all
nuts.
that. Well, you're not close to it. But yeah, so building yourself up in that sense and then also just incorporating different things into your life that like if you want to be fit, for example, for me, I just hired a personal trainer. She's awesome and I get excited when I get to go train and she beats my ass and I'm like but the pain feels good because I know it's making me strong and that builds my confidence. It helps my mental and with all of these things working, it's just kind of like a whole set of it's a whole set of things that are being dumped into my being that are attributing to gaining more confidence.
Mhm.
So it's just kind of like being happy with yourself, accepting yourself, and really just working through the things that may have been holding you back
Hindering your growth.
or making you feel some type of way or hating the
Mhm.
world or feeling like you're owed something because you're not and life isn't fair, but it's not fair for everybody, so that makes it fair. And you just got to do your thing,
Yeah.
just keep on keeping on and eventually you will feel confident. And there are times when I don't feel very confident and I just kind of like want to be a hermit or something and just hide and I just don't I feel a little bit like inferior, but like I don't let those moments like shake me like that, like
Yeah.
I just try to
Ride the
I
wave.
brush the weak moments off and just continue on your journey. So
I
that would
love that.
be my best answer for that.
Really good advice for everyone
I'm gonna
today,
take this
guys.
mic drop that popsicle stick.
Like how David Letterman used to, like, throw the pictures.
I don't remember
Remember?
that.
Okay, never
No.
mind.
No.
Go.
I know we
It's
used to
been fun,
watch
guys.
I
Thank you
know
so much.
I know we used to watch David Letterman and Jay Leno and all those people,
Yeah,
but
they would be like,
I was like,
"Here's picture, and then once it's done, they like
Oh,
throw
I
it
do
into
remember
the
that. I do remember that. That was fun. Those were good times, man. I remember
was like
that.
breaking glass, or I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Wait, I want to do one more.
Okay.
Just
Your
one
show.
more. It's our show.
I know it's our show. We can do whatever we want. It's our show.
Yeah. Yeah, don't tell me what to do, Mary. And if I don't like this question, I'm gonna pick another one.
Nope.
How about that?
Then
What's the most adventurous thing you've ever done?
ooh.
What is the most adventurous thing I have ever done? Adventurous thing. I don't even know. Adventurous thing I've ever. Oh, I do know actually. Is that the most adventurous thing I've ever done? Me and Alexa went to Tennessee and we went to Chattanooga.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And that was pretty adventurous. We went to it's some kind of like it was some kind of like battleground-ish area. We went on a hike and we were at the tippy top of like this like mountain and we like climbed up these rocks and then we like looked over and it was just all like like you could see the tops of the trees.
Wow.
Like we were high up, like
how fun.
and you could just see like the river and it was just like it was so cool to just be up there and feel like you're on top of the world. And we did not climb a mountain by any means. We drove up the mountain and then got to the place where, it's like a tourist attraction. And then
a safe place to hike.
Yeah. And then you walk around and do the thing, but there's these different spots where you can, look beyond the cliff. And it was just like super, super dope. And then we also went to Ruby Falls and we went into the cave where
oh, cool.
It was insane. I don't know if I could do it now. I would probably panic. Maybe not. I don't know. But because it's so tight in there.
Okay.
It's so tight in there. Like there were times where like you're in a thing.
Ooh.
Like the top is coming. Like like it was single file. Like you're that tight in there sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
I can see that.
And but then when you got to the end, it was like they had all the lights off. If you plan on going to this attraction, if you would, maybe shut this off because I'm going to spoil it. You go through the cave and then when you get to like where the actual like waterfall is, because it's a waterfall in the cave. Like it's not going out. It's coming down in the cave and then there's like an out, but like anyways, you go in and the lights are all off and it's just pitch black. You can't see a damn thing. It's black in there. And me and Lex are just, holding on to each other so we don't get like separated or whatever. And everybody gets in and then they make sure everybody's in. And then they just do like this big reveal and the most colorful like neon like lights start flashing like in the water. And then they played like this music that was like like so like magical like sounding and it was just like this this whole like thing like this whole thing and it was just like oh my god this is so cool like
that sounds so awesome.
One of the coolest things I could say that I've ever done in my life was like go there and that was it's probably adventure. Like me and Lex, like we always went, drove to Tennessee, drove to Chicago a couple times. Like we were always just doing that shit for her.
Yeah.
Auditions and whatnot. But
yeah, that's super fun. Love that.
Yeah. What about you?
I honestly was kind of toying around with the idea. I can't think of anything. I can't think of anything that I would want to share.
Why not? Not a good adventure. Golf cart, light the cotton on fire.
I don't think so. I don't really want to share illegal adventures.
Oh, okay. So and, we don't want to.
I'm just not trying to put my business out there, but maybe like
you don't want to incriminate.
Incriminate.
I'm like incarcerate.
We weren't incarcerated. Don't worry.
No, but I don't want to be either. So
and yeah, I was honestly like. Rides at Cedar Point were like coming to my mind.
Period. If that's
I actually when we were little, I used to always love doing like the the bungee jumps and stuff like that.
You did. You're a freak for that.
But
I would not do that.
it was, oh my God, that was super fun.
I remember you and mom did that, and I
I don't know.
cried when you and mom went up.
Oh, yeah.
I cried.
In Florida. So funny. Yeah. Like little things like that. I guess it's not little, whatever to me, but it was fun. It was a good time.
No, that is wild. She made me get on a ride at the fair recently in Troy. We went and
Adventures.
and I've gone through a lot with like my health in the last like couple years. And I've been very scared to get on any type of like roller coaster ride or whatever because I'm like my heart, like I don't know, if I'm gonna start tripping out. Nothing is wrong with me, full disclaimer. I just I would experience like some anxiety episodes and like I'd feel like a heart palpitation, which is apparently very common once you hopefully never experience them. Once you start doing your research, it's like super common. And I started talking to a lot of people about it and like they're like, yeah, me too. I'm like, what the you guys just be living like this? Like, Thankfully they got a lot better. But anyways, so we went to this fair and she's like, you're getting on this ride. You're getting on this ride. And I'm like, I'm terrified. I don't know if I can do this. And then we we get on the ride. Well, the first one we went on was a lot of fun. It was like the ring in the circle.
Yeah.
Like that was a lot of fun. And it was just I think I just remember dying laughing the whole time because it was just so much fun. Especially when we went backwards and I wasn't expecting that. But the one that freaked me out the most was when we went all the way up and then just came right back down. You guys, I screamed. There's a video
Yeah, it's on our Instagram.
on Instagram. I screamed so loud that I didn't even know I could scream that loud. I don't even like it took my breath away. Like I don't even know how to explain it. And I was totally fine afterwards. But nonetheless, like total adventure. Like
I think you just need a little push sometimes.
yes,
Like you're
it was
scared
good for me.
and you need to, you don't know. I mean, sure you do, but like pushing your boundaries, like it's easier for someone to be like, it's okay, you're gonna be okay, and I'm gonna be with you, and like, let's just go have fun.
Yeah.
Your environment, like everything.
Yeah.
I feel like that's such a big factor when you're doing things like you're uncomfortable or scared or whatever it is. Like
Yeah.
your environment is huge. The people you're with are huge, and like the vibe. It's like if you were already like not feeling it and we weren't having a great time already, you'd have been like,
Get me
no,
out of here.
yeah, like I'm done.
I feel like that's kind of just like been the topic of everything that we just talked about. Like if you're not in your element or comfortable with the people that you're around, like your your body and your behavior is gonna show that.
Mhm.
It's like you have to be in places where you feel safe and loved and heard and all, and even if they're people that you've argued with or whatever, like, it's all love at the end of the day. Like
Yeah.
you gotta just be around those people in all areas of your life to do to live. Like back to the, question of how do you build your confidence? Like you gotta be around where you feel good
Yeah.
and do all the things that
You find it in
make
the
you feel
journey.
good.
You do things along the way. I think there's just so much, like you were saying, that it gets you to you don't know what you need. Did I just like do something in my head?
I don't know.
I think I'm done. I think I just had like a
The
whole
speech
I
class.
malfunction. Somebody
The
find me a
speech-
speech class,
The
please,
speech
for the
class
love
is
of
coming
God.
soon.
How do I articulate my thoughts?
Try one more time.
Now I'm sweating again.
You can do this.
I don't know.
You guys are seeing
Why is
this
this
in real
happening?
time.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
And I was actually, oh my God, I have, this is exactly what I was talking about. Like doing something that you're uncomfortable with. And like, we literally are just going to put this out. Like,
Oh yeah.
and then it's just like, I'm supposed to be just like, fine, but I'm having like a whole ass episode right now. Like my brain just shut down because I started like thinking
I don't know why.
and then losing my train of thought. And then I was like, now I don't even remember what I was talking about first for real. But then I'm like, now I'm just like gonna be fine just putting this on the internet.
Yeah.
Like,
it gets hard.
like no big deal. Like, no, it's like honestly, when she goes to to edit this, and there's probably gonna be a short or something, and I'm over here like freaking out.
Like Josh.
That's literally what I say. That's how I can. Okay, if anyone has seen this episode of Drake and Josh where he's trying to give the weather and he starts twitching and sweating and like literally having a meltdown, that's literally what I go through every week. Like every time she's like trying to post the reels or the shorts or whatever, it's so bad. Like it's so bad. And I'm really working on it. But again, we're doing this all in real time. So
Yeah.
you're just along
That's
the
so
ride with
funny.
me.
So you don't know what you were gonna say.
I swear I don't. I don't even remember what you were talking
You were
about.
like something about you know what? I don't know.
Yeah, it's okay. We can be done with
It
that.
was a couple chopped words. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're overheating.
I think we're done.
We're overeating.
I think I'm done.
Well, all right then. So, anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed whatever the hell this was
Yeah.
today. This was episode 7, and we have a mic problem. We have a sweating problem. We have speech impediments.
There's a lot going on over here, guys.
Not really, but like we'll be all right because we're doing this on this together. All right.
Yard.
Yard. All right,
right.
guys. Well, you can find us at Property Sisters Network on YouTube, Property Sisters of Michigan on Instagram. And if you'd like to reach out to us and tell us how awesome we are,
And tell me everything's going to be okay.
You can either comment or message us on social media, or you can email us at propertysistersnetwork@gmail.com. What's next week? Not Christmas, right?
No, it's the 21st.
Oh, okay, cool. So we still. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay, cool. So we'll wish you a Merry Christmas on next week's episode.
Cool.
That's gonna be a fun one. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed and
See you next
have
week.
a great day.
Enjoy the
week,
holiday season.
whatever it is that you are doing.
Love that.
All right, see ya.
Bye. Yard.